Hey everybody, so yeah, I'm gonna be trying to do this experimental thing, with gameplay and whatnot, but yeah, I figured I also should include my face on there since you guys wanna see me do this on a personal level, like I said, being a little more open with you guys. So, let's give it a shot, I guess. Yeah, so, last night, I asked all of you guys to sort of let me know, like, what you want to hear me talk about, and a lot of you did answer back, and I appreciate that. Like, a lot of you guys brought up a lot of different topics, from, like, whether I'm gonna have kids in the future, how I got into YouTube, what my life is like, a daily view into my life, my favorite childhood memory. I'm just looking on the list here. But yeah, a bunch of you guys put out a lot of different answers, and I want to address some things, which I'll do in future videos and whatnot. Why is this not working? It's okay. Anyway, so yeah, let's start off with what's it called? There's one here I wanted to talk about because it's always been on my mind. Dewampa asked me, does YouTube change you, like, personality-wise? And also, when it came to YouTube, did I just do this to, like, start this with no intention, or did you, like, have an idea for doing this as a career? Back when I started YouTube, I originally put up machinimas, basically telling stories through video games, taking something out of nothing and making it into a story, into something that sort of like a film almost. And if you don't exactly know, I started off on an account called Snowbound817 because the intention was I was going to be making a series specifically on that channel called Project Snowbound. That did not happen because back in the day, it was physically impossible for you and your friends. Well, I mean, it was possible. It's just, it took the right people, if you know what I mean, in the sense of, you had to have a competent cast and crew, and while they were my friends, everyone in that group just didn't mesh together, you know? Like, I wanted it to work, but it didn't. So yeah, we tried doing that, and throughout the years, I basically went from, back in the day it was basically like machinima clans, everyone had their own little group that they, like, fit in with, and it was called a machinima clan. So I went from various machinima clans, to one called Happy Hour Films, and that is probably where I first started, like, catching steam and doing stuff on machinima.com. That's where I first got my, what's the word? That's where I got, like, some notice and whatnot. That's where I started working. Yeah, that's where I began, and that's sort of how I figured things out. I should probably get a drink here, because I can't talk. Always have a drink on hand when you're doing a video. Yeah, so that's where I started, and then a couple of years down the road, I got better at it, got a YouTube partnership, and here I've been ever since. Now, while it's all good and fun, YouTube personally, it's changed me for the better. I'd like to think it's changed me. It's done a lot for me. It's allowed me to be more creative. It's allowed me to make a little spending money that I wouldn't necessarily have. I mean, a part of it really, most of the equipment I have here I get from saving up money, but granted, I don't get paid that much, like, in partnership revenue. Really, like I said, it's just a hobby for me. When I first started this, I had no intentions of really having this as a YouTube career, because it wasn't, like, well known back in the day. It was, like, you put up videos. This was back before YouTube was bought out by Google, and there wasn't a partnership, and if you did manage to have a partnership, how the fuck did you get a partnership? Yeah, so I'd like to think that YouTube has changed me immensely. Like, I wouldn't be, I guess you could say I wouldn't have made as many friends as I have. I wouldn't have, like, been so silly in nature. I mean, before YouTube I was sort of, and still am, this kind of reclusive kid who, while I do sort of try and open myself up, and I'm trying to do that now, I really kind of keep to myself. So yeah, there's that. I mean, YouTube does have its negatives, obviously. Like, having this massive amount of subscribers and having this following, this nearing 30,000 subscribers, has its downside to where, like, personally, I personally stress out every day kind of thinking what you guys want to see, because I don't know myself. And I look at the numbers and think, what can I do to improve myself? I don't know. I tend to get indecisive and think, okay, maybe I'll go do fucking Let's Plays, maybe I'll go do reviews, I don't know. And I just get stressed out. I mean, I've been trying to control that, and it's hard. It really is hard. You can ask any one of my friends, and you will see, like, you can ask any one of my friends who I record with, and they'll say, yeah, John fucking stresses out a bit about that. But, yeah, on the bright side, it does help, because, like, every now and again, and I've had this a couple of times, I've gotten personal messages from you guys saying, like, I helped them in a way. Like, I helped them out of a depression, and I helped them, like, with their own lives. Like, I remember getting one specific letter from a kid in London who told me he was suicidal, and like, my videos helped him, and that really hit me hard. So, stuff like that, sort of, I can understand. It really shows that maybe I am doing something good in the world. I don't know. I mean, and also with YouTube, I wouldn't be able to do things like the charity drives, and those charity drives that I have done in the past kind of are all thanks to you guys. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I want to do another one of those when I get a chance, because those are some of the, like, when I look back on this in 20 years, that's something I'm going to be super proud of. Being able to say, hey, I raised, what, $2,000 on 2 consecutive events, both times $2,000, equaling to like $4,000 for various charities. And yeah, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I sidetracked, didn't I? But yeah, personality-wise, I would like to think it did change me for the better and for worse. So it's pretty much an equal balance. If there's any advice I can give about YouTube, is really my only advice is do it for fun. Try and do it for the notion that you want to do it, like you want to actually play video games, or you want to make a movie, or you want to just talk to people like I'm doing now. If that's your goal, to entertain and to just have fun with it, then you're golden. If you're looking to do this just so you can have a YouTube career like me, you're chilled, or, I mean, I don't have this as a YouTube career, but I'm just saying, like, if you're looking to mainly do this to get, like, a partnership and to make money, don't do it. Just don't. Because it's gonna end poorly and you're gonna be disappointed. So, yeah. That's my advice for the day. Hopefully we can do more of these. So, yeah. Talk to you guys later. This is Smarty, signing off.